Hey, Survivor fans. So in this past episode of Survivor, we see the tribes have finally swapped. And not only that, next week, there are going to be 2 tribal councils, which means 2 people are going to get voted off. What I'm going to tell you today is who is in trouble in each one of the tribes. Now, first off, for the blue tribe, I really don't see how things could have worked out any better for Yul, Wendell, and Nick. I mean, come on, talk about favor. Being on a tribe together, I mean, it could, like Nick said, it couldn't have worked out any more perfect for them. And I really don't see any reason why either one of them would turn on the alliance. So that only leaves 2 people, Michelle and Parvati. First off, Michelle and Wendell used to date and it didn't end so well. And we saw in this episode how very awkward it was between them. So I don't think Wendell would be too opposed to voting off Michelle, even if it was just to get rid of the awkwardness between them on the beach. And besides that, Yul tells Parvati that she is actually his wife's favorite survivor. And besides the fact that Parvati and Yul kind of have that history on Survivor, I'm thinking that maybe there might be a way that she can kind of weasel in there. Also, Nick and his little crush. Oh, how cute. Nick tells Parvati he had a crush on her. And then he felt really bad about it afterwards because he tweeted, "Oh, my awkward moment." But I think it was really kind of cute and endearing myself. Now, I do still think that Nick still has some attraction towards Parvati, and I think that Parvati could use that. Now, in Parvati's confessional, she said, "Oh, it was such an awkward moment." But come on, Parvati. Girl, you got to work it. This is for $2 million. And no, I'm not saying that Parvati should start flirting with Nick. But you can take advantage of the fact that he still obviously has some type of attraction towards you. And you can use that. If there was a choice between you and Michelle, you can kind of use that to try to convince him not to get rid of you. So even though I don't think that the blue tribe is in any danger of losing the next challenge, I really think that they're going to win it. And even though Parvati is a big target, because everyone knows that, you know, how Parvati is, and you really don't want to get her too far along in the game, I still think that Michelle is in the most danger of that tribe of getting voted out. Now on to the red tribe, which consists of Jeremy, Denise, Tony, Sandra, and Kim. Now Kim is in the middle. She's that swing vote because you have 2 former members of the red tribe, 2 former members of the blue tribe. And with Kim not really forming a strong bond with Tony or Sandra and not really trusting them that much, I think that Kim is going to swing more towards working with Denise and Jeremy. Now, Kim did approach Denise and kind of talk to her and say that she really feels like she could work with Denise and wants to work with Denise. And the fact that she initiated it, or at least that's what the edit looked like, she initiated it. Since she initiated this contact, I really think that she is already thinking about swaying that way. And she did also say that she felt comfortable with Jeremy as well. So that leaves in jeopardy Sandra and Tony. Now, out of the 2 of them, I would say that Sandra is probably who they would target. Sandra is not good at challenges. She doesn't like to do challenges. She's not really needed in challenges and might even just slow them down in challenges. So I would think that they would probably rather go with voting her out than voting Tony out, who they might use for challenges. However, they may be a little bit leery of Tony running off and finding idols, which would not be good because we know that he is known for that. So that fear of Tony and idols could do one of 2 things. Number 1, it might make them want to not vote for him in fear that he has an idol and maybe flush the idol out. But on the other hand, they may think that maybe he doesn't have an idol, so maybe we need to vote for him before he gets one. I'm thinking that they might target Sandra so that they do not have to go to tribal council again. However, we know that Sandra has that immunity idol, and guess what? She has to play it this time, I believe. So what I think is going to happen is they're going to target Sandra. Sandra's going to pull out the idol. And then whoever Sandra and Tony voted for, that is the person that's going to go home. So therefore, I think it's going to be between 2 people, Jeremy and Denise. So the question is, which one are they going to vote for? Now, I think that Jeremy is someone that they might want to keep around for challenges, for challenge strength, so they don't make it to tribal council again. We already know that Tony and Sandra talk about keeping someone around as a shield so that they're not the target. So therefore, I think that they're going to put their votes on Denise. So I'm thinking that if Sandra believes that Kim is on their side and it's the 3 of them against Tony and Sandra, I think that Denise is not going to play her idol, and I think Denise will go home. Now, Jeremy also has an advantage of being able to walk away from tribal council and not cast a vote, but not have a vote cast against him. I do not believe that he's going to use this in this instant because they're going to need his vote, and they're not going to anticipate that Sandra has an idol. Now on to the Green Tribe. So we saw in last episode that they voted out Boston Rob. Now, do I think that was the best thing to do? No way. It was good for Sarah and Sophie, but for Adam and Ben, I mean, just think about it. Boston Rob was willing to work with Ben and Adam, even though there's like all this stuff between them, in order to vote out Sophie and Sarah. All they had to do was vote out one of the girls. But no, they can't stand Boston Rob. And yes, okay, Adam and Ben, I get it. Boston Rob is very domineering. I get it. It is very annoying. I get it, even though I love Boston Rob. But I can get how someone being very bossy and very domineering can be very annoying. I totally get that. But look at the situation that you have placed yourself in now. Now it's just two of you. It's just Ben and Adam, and they don't even trust one another. And then you have Sophie and Sarah. Now, Sophie and Sarah are not going to go against each other. And Ben and Adam no longer have a majority. Sarah and Sophie both have advantages. Guess what that means, Ben and Adam? It means that if you lose the next challenge, one of you is going home next. What they should have done was just swallow their pride and sucked it up for one vote in order to get rid of one of the girls. And after they did that, then they can focus on Boston Rob. But at least you would still be in a majority and you wouldn't have to worry about getting voted out next. Now, you've given all your power over to the girls. So now that we know that one of the guys is in trouble, the question is, who is the one that's going to be voted out next? So out of the two of them, I would say that Adam is the least useful in challenges. They're going to want to keep Ben around so they don't have to go to tribal council again. And not only that, I think Ben is ready to throw Adam under the bus. He will join with the two girls and try to turn them sour against Adam. Just like he did in last episode, he would say, oh, look what Adam did. He told our plan and he did this and he did that. Even though, Ben, you did it too. Did you forget? So I think that Adam is just really in a world of trouble. In a few of Jeff Probst's interviews, I noticed that Jeff Probst, he keeps praising Ben, that he's like this great, wonderful player. He was asked, oh, who would you put on the Survivor Mount Rushmore? And Jeff answered, well, I would put Rob, Sandra, Parvati, and probably Ben. And I'm thinking, Ben, where did that come from? Now, I don't believe that it came from his first season that he was on. And from anything that I'm seeing in this season, I can't see anything that Ben has done that would make Jeff praise him like he is like one of the greatest survivors ever. That leads me to believe one thing, that Ben must do something major in the rest of the season. I mean, there must be some gameplay that we haven't seen that Ben pulls out of his hat sometime and does something like really wonderful for Jeff to be praising him this way. So that's the main reason why I think that Ben probably isn't going anywhere. He must do something great and wonderful in the future because I haven't seen it yet. So on the Green Tribe, I say the person who is the most vulnerable is Adam. Do you believe that the most vulnerable are Michelle, Adam, and Denise? What do you think about my scenarios? Leave me a comment below and subscribe so you can get notified of my next videos. Thanks for watching and I'll see you later. Bye, Survivor fans.